It's Miley Cyrus on Capital Breakfast.
Hey.
Miley, thank you so much, as I say, for coming in. And I've come prepared this time.
All right.
Because last time you came on the radio, we were so excited. But there were a few little words that I had to apologise for.
Oh, so what do you got?
So this time I'm prepared. I'm watching the mouth very closely, and
Okay.
I've got
I'll make sure.
Fluffy clouds.
That's what I'm going to play.
This is perfect.
That's
How do
it.
I give you like a warning?
That's
I never
it.
know
You
when
just give
it's
it. You
coming,
just
though.
give me a point.
Okay.
Whenever you think that's going to come out, and you
Can
just
I
go.
try it?
Yeah, go on then.
What the?
Fluffy clouds.
There you go. Please don't ever do that again. No, listen, we were having a lovely chat about your horses, Miley.
Yeah, Melody and Ollie, they miss me very much right now. I'm actually, the last few times I've said goodbye to them, I've been coming here. So as I go to Nashville, I've been spending a lot of time back at home just before my world gets pretty insane again next week with the record coming out and just a lot going on, but I'm excited.
So your horses are probably really jealous of us specifically.
Oh, yeah.
We keep taking you away from them.
You know what? I think they're okay with it. They love the new record.
Okay,
they're
good.
excited. They want other people to hear. They're the only people that have heard it so far.
Well, there you
Them
go.
and the dogs, and then one of my cats because she's special.
We were also, I mean, you're saying that obviously you're flying and you're doing a lot of promo. We were talking about the fact that you wear a lot of jewelry.
Yes.
Right. And airport security must be the biggest nightmare in the world for you.
They have a love-hate because, you know, they hate me because it's definitely kind of annoying because they never take it off, but they love me because they always get to do the pat down.
Yeah.
Which they're getting
Right.
they're getting like very sensitive with the pat down. So I'm kind of like into it, like human. Well, we're allowed to say pat down. Some human touch, you know. But they're getting like more and more nervous about doing that kind of thing. But I actually like it, you know.
Hey, but listen, I mean, it's a lot to take off. Like, Miley
I
is
need
wearing...
a little human touch.
So, Miley, let's talk about this album. I mean, how long in the making has this been? Because She Is Coming. I mean, that's quite a big title as well.
I've been working on it since last year, since kind of early last year. Me and Mark, I kind of had the record turned in and done. I've been working with Andrew Wyatt from Mike Snow, Mike Will, who I've worked with a ton, obviously, in the past. And then me and Mark created such a good connection when we did Nothing Breaks Like a Heart that then everything kind of changed for me, and we went in and started just even like personalizing the record even more. And so I think the biggest compliment I've heard when people have heard this record so far is that it's something that they didn't know they needed because they didn't know it existed, because I don't think it has yet. I think it's just like a really cool combination of all the places I've been in my life, but also the places I've traveled to and experiences and just learning from everybody. And I'm just a sponge at all times. I just want to learn and become better.
So you've got a bunch of producers on there. Are there any artistic collaborations, any other singers that we know, any rappers?
There's some collabs. I believe if you go on the deep internet, someone's leaked my track list, but I don't want to say it. But it's out there. You could probably just Google it and say it. But yeah, someone did that already. So I like to keep things as a surprise because I like, you know, I think for this record, it's just been so anticipated and no one really knows what to expect. I want people to have surprises. That's what the internet has robbed us of. Surprises. And that used to be part of like the way you brought a record to life. When people, you know, wanted to know what Bangers was going to sound like, you didn't know until the Can't Stop video was out and you were living it. And, you know, it's kind of always a little bit unfair if someone takes that away from you because it's my gift to give, you know.
Yeah. How dare they?
Great,
Come
no,
on.
that's good answer. We live in a world of spoilers.
Yeah, no
unfortunately.
And you got it pulled up. I could. We live in a world of spoilers, so here it is.
No, not at all.
I actually do have in front of me the lyrics to one of the songs called Catitudes.
Yep.
Right, I like this. I love you, Selena, but I listen to Demi. I love you, Nicki, but I listen to Cardi. Now, you went where no one dares to go. And that's
As
to
I
wade-
usually do.
Yeah,
It never goes the way I plan either.
to wade into the Nicki Cardi beef.
I don't think there is beef now anymore. Actually, one of my songs says, "You want to know if we're really beefing? There's no beef. I'm a vegan."
Very
And that's kind of like I think that you're allowed to enjoy two artists that fill a similar lane.
Yeah.
You know, and I just always grew up collaborating with Selena and Demi, and there was never competition. So Ariana is like one of my best friends. There's never, when you are authentically yourself, no one can be you. So you're never worried about someone stealing your place because it can't be taken because you're the only one. And I think what they do is so different from each other. That's why they both get a crown. They don't have to share. They don't have to break it in half. There's no reason to fight over it. They're both queens. And anytime you want to feel powerful and strong, that's my go-to. Cardi and Nicki.
Queens polish each other's crowns.
Yes,
Yeah,
they do.
I love that.
I mean, I don't personally do any of that, but it's nice if you
You've
can.
got enough of your own
Humble
jewelry
us.
to polish.
Yeah,
No
exactly.
one
I wear my
else's.
crown on my wrist hanging.
Exactly. Now, I've got to talk to you. Black Mirror.
Yes.
It's huge over here.
Yeah.
You're starring in it. How did that come about?
I actually did a screening last night here for just kind of like some of my friends that haven't seen it, and Charlie, who wrote this episode about kind of his take, I guess, on my experience, and I'm starting to think he's like got a crystal ball or was watching me from some weird creepy camera as like growing
Would
up
shock
in the
me, yeah.
industry.
Yeah, that's Black
you know,
Mirror.
he's so techie. He
Yeah.
could have because it was so spot on. Ashley O even lives in Malibu, and then they're like, "Would you do this?" I'm like, "Well, I kind of have no choice since you just wrote it about me, so I don't know who else you're gonna use." And so you know, it really is so personal and individualized, and I think it's gonna be different for Black Mirror fans because there is a little bit more of kind of humor. It's still super dark and twisted and just makes you reconsider everything you think you know about technology and music and the industry. But there's also more of humor than usual.
Your phone screen is just completely smashed to bits.
I know I need like a Band-Aid. My finger's literally bleeding on both sides from swiping up and just having glass under my nails.
You should put cling film around that.
Or something that would make it, I need like
Yeah.
a little trampoline, like bounce on the bottom. So when it bounces on the ground, it just bounces back
Yeah.
into my hand.
But you were
I'll
saying-
invent that.
Yeah,
that's
a
good.
trampoline iPhone case.
Yeah, that's good.
So you never like are a fool, you know, like looking for your phone down on the ground because this has probably happened mostly out.
You said something so funny, which is you were mentioning that you don't necessarily like to upgrade your stuff too often. You like what you've got. You've got
I do.
the older model of Instagram
My
on your
dad
phone.
has a BlackBerry.
Right,
This
but that's
this is
amazing.
my genetic
What a man.
But you were saying
makeup.
that your fans say they call you.
LQ queen, low quality.
Charming.
That's my
And they're always
favorite.
like, look at her, she's in Chanel. Does she have to carry that phone? The other day they said, do you think we should all pitch in and buy her a new one?
Yeah, let's do some crowdfunding for Miley.
Yeah.
What should we do? We should set up a GoFundMe
They're
for your
just so
new phone.
over it. They're over it. They see me taking, you know, like mirror selfies and all these like really nice over the top suites.
Yeah.
And then, you know, keeping it humble, keeping it Tennessee, y'all. Keeping it Tennessee.
Mate, it's been so much fun. Thank you so much for coming in today.
I love it.
been
I'm up
wicked.
anyway.
And listen, I can't wait for Friday.
Me too. New record, She Is Coming. Everybody pre-save, go to my Instagram right now. We've got links and all that. I don't really know how it works, but apparently there's links and you can go get it somehow.
The internet.
Miley's phone is completely broken, so
I
yeah.
don't know, not because I don't know how to use a phone, but because it's so shattered I can't see it.
So there you go. She is coming Friday. Make sure you go and get it. The new album from Miley Cyrus. Miley, thank you so much for coming on the show today. Let's
Thanks for
hear it
having me.
from
Thank
Miley
you.
Cyrus, everyone.